a baker. Put your hands in the air. Give me all your money.
Hello and welcome to Zoran's channel, where we help you be more productive by keeping you zen. In today's tutorial, we will be discussing about freezing rows and columns in Google Sheets. Now, this will be a very short tutorial, so let's jump straight into it. First, opening a Google Sheet page. Either you have already your document that you would like to open, or you can create a brand new one by clicking on your address bar sheets.new. Now note that this only works with a Google Chrome browser. So we typed sheets.new and a new untitled spreadsheet is created. This one you will need to name it, and then it will be saved automatically under your Google Drive. Let's add some data and see how our new file will look like. For this, I found some dummy data on the internet, and I will import it by clicking File, Import, and I will upload the file that I saved on my desktop. Drag the file in the upload area, and now I will insert the data as a new sheet. So the new sheet was created, and this kept the name of the file that I downloaded, or I uploaded in this case, in the insert part of the Google Sheet. Let's see now why you would like to freeze rows or columns. And this file, as the name says, it has 100 sales records. Now I can only see 22 on my page. And if I would like to see the record number 23 or the record 50, I will need to scroll down. Now, as soon as I start scrolling down, I don't have a header anymore. So I will not know what column F or column H mean. I know it's a date from the format, but I have no idea what date is which one of them. I will need to scroll back up and then see that the column F is the order date and column H is the ship date. And then I will need to scroll down, and maybe I would like to see what any of the other numbers means. But I need to always scroll up and see what they mean. Now, the easiest way of always having the header is to freeze the row. In our case, we will only need to freeze the first row because the entire header is contained in this one row. How can you do this one? Well, there are more ways. One of the ways is going on the View, click Freeze, and then select the number of rows that you would like to freeze. In our case, one row. Once we've done this, you will notice that a wider dark gray line appears just below the first row. And when you will scroll the table, you will see that the first row is not moving. Everything that goes below the wider dark line, it is circulating, it's moving, but nothing that is on top of this wide gray line. And of course you can do the same thing with the columns, and let's freeze, for instance, the first two columns. That will be our geographical area. So we go again on View, Freeze, and then two columns. Of course, now when I will start scrolling the table to the right, the first two columns are not moving and all the other ones will start circulating or scrolling down. Let's unfreeze the rows and the columns and see the other way of freezing rows and columns. To unfreeze them, you go back on the View, Freeze menu, and then click No Rows. And unfortunately, you will need to go again, View, Freeze, No Columns. And you will notice that those gray dark lines are disappearing from your table. So we are now at the second way of freezing rows and columns, and I personally find this one the easiest way. If you will notice, on the corner of your table, you have two wide dark lines. One is here for the horizontal, and then you have a vertical one just on the left side of the column A. and you can drag those lines with the hand if you're on top of them. Now let's see what's happening if I will drag the vertical line up to the intersection between column B and C. And if I will release it, it looks familiar, right? Is that wide dark gray line that we saw previously. Let's see what's happening if we are grabbing the second darker gray line. We move it just below the row 1, leave it drop there, and now when you're scrolling in the table, you will see that the rows and the columns are frozen to your liking. If you would like to move this freezing or frozen border, it is always easy by grabbing with the hand the darker gray line and then dropping it wherever you want. In my view, this is the easiest way of freezing rows and columns, and also it is the fastest way because you can go fast and grab them than going in the view freeze menu every time when you would like to change the horizontal or the vertical freezing panels. If you want to get rid of the freezing columns, for instance, you will need to grab the dark gray line and move it to the edge of the table. Let it go there, and now your table is again with no frozen rows or columns. I hope that you enjoyed the video, and if you would like to see more videos like this, please subscribe to the channel as I'm adding new content on a weekly basis. See you on the next one.